Okay, so it is pretty good for now. Hey guys, welcome to my channel today. And in this channel, I'm gonna, learn my like the other stuff. Now um I'm working with the presentation to make sure if it is good, and then turn it off. Alright, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna open the presentation. And for now, make it separately. Turn it off. Make it okay like this one. Do it like this. Turn on caption. Is that pretty good? Alright. Alright, it's pretty good for now. Okay, so let's start my presentation for now. Okay, so now I am waiting my laptop to run the presentation, and I'm not sure when we were done. Alright, done. It is done for now. Okay, so let's start it. The Russian Revolution. The Russian Revolution of 1917 was one of the most explosive political events of the 20th century. The violent revolution marked the end of the Romanov dynasty and centuries of Russian imperial rule. During the Russian Revolution, the Bolsheviks, led by leftist revolutionary Vladimir Lenin, seized power and destroyed the tradition of Tsarist rule. Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Lenin, also called Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, he was born on April 22, 1920 in Simbirsk, Russia, and died in January 21, 1924 in Gorky. He was the father of a Russian Communist Party Bolsheviks, inspired leader of the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917, and the architect, builder, and the first head of the Soviet state till 1924. He was the father of the organization known as Comintern, Communist International, and the posthumous source of Leninism, the doctrine codified and controlled with Karl Marx, was by Lenin's successors to form Marxism-Leninism, which became the communist worldview. Joseph Stalin, real name Georgian Osip Zhugarsky-Vili, was born on December 18, 1878, Gori, Georgia, Russian Empire, and died in March 5, 1953 in Moscow, Russia, USSR. He was the Secretary General of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union from 1922 to 1953 and Premier of the Soviet state from 1941 to 1953. He dictatorially ruled the Soviet Union for a quarter of a century and transformed it into a major world power. Speak slowly and clear and louder. That's 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 what is the advice. Lev Davidovich Bernstein, better known as Leon Trotsky, was born on November 7th, 1879 and died on August 21st, 1940. Leon Trotsky was a Russian revolutionary political theorist and politician. Ideologically a communist, he developed a variant of Marxism known as Trotskyism. Trotsky joined the Bolshevik Party a few weeks before the October Revolution and became one of the leaders of the party. Once in government, Trotsky initially held the post of the Commissioner for Foreign Affairs and was involved in the Brest-Litovsk negotiations with Germany and served a period of World War One. Trotsky was more prominent from March 1918 to January 1925 as the leader of the Red Army in the post of Commissioner for Military and Naval Affairs. Trotsky was a vital leading figure in the Red victory of the Russian Civil War. He was one of the 7 members of the first Politburo after the rise of Joseph Stalin. Trotsky was removed from his positions and eventually expelled from Soviet Union in February 1929. He spent the rest of his life in exile and was assassinated in Mexico City by a Soviet NKVD agent. The Kaliningrad tragedy on May 30th, 1896, a tragedy in Moscow occurs during festivities following Nicholas II's coronation as crowd worried that the supplies of free souvenirs would run out, rushed to the stores to get them. This resulted in the death of over 1,300 people. What did he say? What did he say about it? Oh, ghosts, 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 the ghosts. 1905 Revolution and Bloody Sunday. On January 22, 1905, known as Bloody Sunday, troops and police opened fire on a peaceful demonstration outside the Winter Palace and elsewhere in St. Petersburg, killing and injuring around 1,000 people. The liberal press lamps Nicholas II. On October 30, 1905, Tsar Nicholas II issues the October Manifesto promising civil liberties, such as freedom of speech and an elected parliament. As a result, restrictions are implemented on the absolute power of the Russian monarch, and a de facto constitution, the Fundamental Laws of 1906, is issued. February Revolution. A series of public protests began in Petrograd, which lasted for 8 days and eventually resulted in abolition of the monarchy in Russia. The total number of killed and injured in clashes with the police and government troops in Petrograd is estimated around 1,300 people. March 8, 1917, on International Women's Day, demonstrators and striking workers, many of whom are women, took to the streets to protest food shortages in the world. 2 days later, the strikes spread across Petrograd. On March 15, 1917, the Tsar Nicholas II abdicates and removes his son from the succession. The following day, Nicholas' brother Mikhail announces his refusal to accept the throne. A provisional government is formed to replace the Tsarist government, with Prince Lvov becoming the leader. June offensive and July days. On July 1st, 1917, Russian Minister of War Alexander Kerensky launched an offensive against Austria-Hungary's forces in Galicia. Although the Russian effort is initially successful, The soldiers soon refused to leave the trenches and fight due to the low moral cursed by the revolution. Due to low moral cursed by the revolution. Cursed, 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 cursed. Soldiers' companies depaid orders and encouraged soldiers to disobey officers. Many soldiers returned home to take part in redistribution of land. The offensive collapsed 4 days later, and Russian troops must respond to the Austrians and Germans' counteroffensive. July 16 to 20, the July days, a series of spontaneous armed anti-government demonstrations of industrial workers and soldiers began in Belgrade. Lvov resigns as leader of the provisional government, with Alexander Kerensky taking over and crushing the demonstrations. In the same month, the death penalty is reintroduced. Many women are granted the right to vote and hold office. Kerensky issues the arrest of Lenin, who goes into hiding. The printing office of the Bolshevik newspaper Pravda, the headquarters of the Bolshevik Central Committee, are raided with many Bolshevik leaders arrested. The apartheid uprising results in Soviets losing their control over the provisional government, signifying the end of the dual power situation. This is seen by many as the point of no return for the peaceful development of the revolution. Hurry up, bro. Hurry up. What are you doing? This computer. Bro, what are you doing, bro? Alright. The Kornilov affair. On September 9, on September 9, 1917, a failed coup by General Kornilov, commander of Russian army, takes place when he orders troops towards Belgrade to counter the threat of the Bolsheviks. Prime Minister of Kerensky presents Kornilov's actions as an attempted right-wing coup. While the affair is short-lived, it secures power for the Bolsheviks among Belgrade's working classes, workers and soldiers, and crushes the credibility of coalition provisional government between socialists and liberals due to the cadets, constitutional democrats, and even Kerensky himself being implicated in the affair. October Revolution and the Brest-Litovsk Treaty. The Bolsheviks seized control of Belgrade on November 7, 1917. The Bolsheviks take control of the Winter Palace, and the last remaining holdout of the provisional government on November 8, 1917. The decrees on land proclaiming abolition of private property and redistribution of land amongst the Vichy and peace, proposing an immediate withdrawal of Russia from the First World War, are issued by the new Bolshevik government. Subsequent workers' decrees outline measures for an 8-hour working day, minimum wage, and the running of factories. The death penalty is abolished once again on November 8, 1917. On March 3, 1918, Russia ends its participation in the First World War. Bolshevik Russia loses 1/3 of the old empire's population. 1/3 of its railway network, half its industry, 3/4 of its supplies of iron ore, 9% of its coal resources, and much of its food supplies. And this is my multimedia piece. I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so after I show them this multimedia piece, then I'm gonna go to the end slide, which is about the station. it's gonna be the last one. So this one I'm gonna say that and this is the last slide. Then I'm gonna say that thank you for your listening. That is the end of my slide. Okay, done. Turn it off. Okay, so now I am having my time. If you ask me what am I doing now, you know what? I wanna use this book for improving my speaking skill on the poem. Like I've studied about the poem in yesterday or 2 days ago, and I record that video. I record a video to my computer, and now I can use it as a material, um, and then I can use it as a material for me to practice and improve my speaking skill. Okay, so it's gonna be this one. Let me open that. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be this one. All right. All right. Nothing. When we realized we weren't there, we sat with our hands folded on our desk in silence for a full 2 hours. Everything I gave an exam worth 40% of a grade first term and excited some reading to today, and which about to handle a quiz worth 50%. Nothing. Nothing. None of the content of this course has value or meaning. Take as many days off as you like. Any activities we undertake as like, I assure you will not matter either to you or me, and are without purpose. Everything. A few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light descended, and an angel, another heavenly being, appeared and revealed to us of each woman or man must do to attain divine wisdom in this life and the hereafter. It is in the last time the class will meet before we disperse to bring this good news to all people on earth. Nothing when you are not present, how to something significant occurs. Everything contained in his classroom is a microcosm of human existence, assembled for you to query and examine and ponder. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place, and you weren't here. Alright, so it is the first time for this poem, and I'm gonna start this video again and again until the end of this video. So it's gonna be about 6 times. Let's just start it. Okay, I'm ready now. Let's start. Did I miss anything? Nothing. We realized you weren't there. We sat with our hands folded on our desks in silence for the full 2 hours. Everything. I gave an exam worth 40% of a grade for this term and assigned some reading due today, on which I'm about to hand out a quiz worth 50%. Nothing. None of the content of the course has value or meaning. Take as many days off as you like. Any activities activities we undertake as a class and should not matter either to you or me, not without purpose. Everything. A few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light descended as an angel or other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us which woman or man must do to attain divine wisdom in his life and here and the hereafter. This is the last time that we meet before we disperse to bring the good news to all people on earth. Nothing. When you're not present, how could something significant occur? Everything contained this cosm is a microcosm of human existence. A sample for you to query and examine and ponder. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place, and you weren't here. Okay, that is pretty good. And I want to start this again for one more time. And start again until the end of this video. Right. Did I miss anything? Nothing. When we realized you weren't there, we sat on our hands folded on our desk in silence for the full 2 hours. Everything. I gave an exam worth 40% of the grade for this term and assigned some reading due today on which I'm about to handle the quiz worth 50%. Nothing. None of the content of the course has value or meaning. Text and days off as like. Any activities we undertake as a class, I'm sure you matter either you to you or me, and art without purpose. Everything. A few minutes after we began last time, the sort of light descended as an angel or other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us each woman or man must do to attain divine wisdom to live life and the hereafter. This is the class we meet before we disperse to bring this good news to all people on earth. Nothing. When you're not present, how could something significant occur? Everything contained in the classroom is a microcosm of human existence. A sample for you to query and examine and ponder. This is not the only life certain opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place, and you weren't there, and you weren't here. Okay, so again, for one more time. Okay, so again, one more time. Did I miss anything? Nothing. When we realized you weren't here, we sat with our hands folded on our desk in silence for the full 2 hours. Everything. I gave an exam worth 40% of the grade for this term and assigned from reading due today on which I'm about to hand out a quiz worth 50%. Nothing. None of the content of this course has value or meaning. Text and days off as you like. Any activities when the tag as a class, and assume will not matter either to you or me, and are without purpose. Everything. A few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light descended as an angel and other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us which a woman or man must do to attain divine wisdom in this life and the hereafter. This is the last time the class will meet before we disperse to bring this good news to all people on earth. Nothing. When you are not present, how could something significant occur? Everything. Contained in this classroom is a microcosm of human existence, a sample for you to query, examine, and ponder. It's not the only place such opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place, and you were here. Gathered, gathered. So where is it? An opportunity has been gathered, gathered. An opportunity has been gathered. Such an opportunity has been gathered, has been gathered. This is not the only place such an this, this is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered. That's good. Start over again. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Nothing. When we realized you weren't there, we sat our hand furthest on your desk in silence for the full 2 hours. Everything. I gave an exam worth 14% of the credit for this term and excited a something due today on which I'm about to hand out a quiz worth 50%. Nothing. None of the content of the course has value or meaning. Take as many days off as you like. Any activities we undertake as a class, I assure you not matter either to you or me and are without purpose. Everything. A few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light descended and an angel or other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us what each woman or man must do to attain divine wisdom on this life and the hereafter. This is last time we last will meet before we depart to bring something to this good news to some people on earth. Nothing. When you are not present, how can do something significant occur? Everything contained in this classroom is a microcosm of human existence. A symbol for you to query, examine, and ponder. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered. This is what it was one place, and you weren't here. All right, start over again. Did I miss anything? Nothing. When we realized you weren't there, we sat with our hands folded on our desk on silence for the full 2 hours. Everything. I gave an exam worth 40% of a grade for this term and excited some reading due today on which I'm about to hand out a quiz worth 40%. Nothing. None of the content of the course has value or meaning. Text any day off as you like. Any activities we undertake as a class, I assume will not matter either to you or me and are without purpose. Everything. A few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light descended and an angel or other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us what each woman or man must do to attain divine wisdom in this life and the hereafter. This is the last time last we meet before we disperse to bring this good news to all people on earth. Nothing. When you're not present, how could something significant occur? Everything contained in this classroom with the microcosm of human existence assembled for you to query and examine and ponder. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place, and you weren't here. To you, for you to query. All right, let's go. Okay, so it is 30 minutes for now. So I'm gonna just end this video and I'm gonna go to sleep. Because I want to wake up early in the morning to have better idea of what I'm doing. What should I do for tomorrow? To have better idea, like I can focus on the focus on the essay. I have 2 days for the essay. I have to finish the essay. I have to. Oh my God, that's a lot. So tomorrow I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, maybe if I can. So the echo. Sorry. And I have to focus on the CBT. Oh my God, that's a lot. Right. Bye guys. Right. Bye guys.